morning. It is Monday, August 17th, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan, and I'm in a good mood this morning. I'm in a good mood this morning. So we're here to practice Tai Chi. We're going to do some stretching, and then we're going to practice some form from the Yang style Tai Chi that's I've adapted for a small room, so that if you're in a small room, you can still do something. I have my Monday morning YouTube error over here. Alright, I'm going to ignore it, crossing fingers. I don't know. Let's get started. I have a desk over there. I had a couple things on the desk I was looking at. I'm going to fix the floor space here for a minute. We have on Thursday and Friday, I'm teaching Wudang Qigong, and I've just added a couple of sets to what I'm including. So I had updated that, and let's get started. First stretch, outward stretch, big circle. I'm going to face this way so that we could be standing side by side. Feet about shoulder width apart. Hands circle to the front. Come back to both sides. Straight up along the center line and reach out over the legs, bend the knees. Big circle. This is the large heavenly circle. In Qigong, focus through the centers, in the ball of the foot, in the heel, all the way up through the back, and returning back down. Make sure you bend your knees. 2 more times. The goal for this exercise is to open the joints. So if your knees are not bent, they will be open. And the last thing we want is to lock any joint. One more time. And both hands drop down, elbows, wrists, fingertips. Follow your fingertips down, reverse the circle. Pull up through the abs as you roll over. Pull up, roll down. Two more. Hands return to your sides. We can go to the left side and the right side. Pull up along the center line. Turn to the left. Stretch out, bend the knees. Up on the right. Keep the knees bent. Come center, turn to the right. Reach out over the legs, bend the knees. Keep shoulders down. Try and keep the circle as smooth and continuous as you can. There's no stopping. Center, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. We're going to inside, outside. Excuse me, outside, inside. I always keep that. Outside, stretch out over the legs, bend the knees, roll up. Inside, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, follow your fingertips down. Use the legs as you come up. Do not take that weight on the lower back. Open the lower back. Let it relax and open. Use your legs. Stretch up. Reach out. And inward. One more. Stay straight, hands return to your sides. Last one, we're going to separate both sides, pull up, hands separate, follow your hands, sink, keep your back straight, and again. Keep in mind that this exercise goes all the way to the floor. So no leaning. If we're not going all the way down, you still want to have that sense that you might, which means that your legs are doing a lot of work that they might not normally do, particularly at the hip. A lot of work going on right here. Two more. And if you would like to go all the way down with me, come on, let's go. And yes, I know, drop your hands to your sides and straighten, stay there for just a second. Alright, I know that my butt sticks out, my back's like this more than straight. And, you know, that's, it will improve. This is an improvement over what I was doing 6 months ago. So, not only am I got bragging rights, but I want to say that to encourage anybody who's wanting to learn. If you practice something and then you look back at what you were doing 2 months ago, 6 months ago, whatever that might be, you will see improvement. It comes with, all right? That's practice. That's part of why I'm here, was doing this, all right? So we have our teacup exercise. This is the last of this particular set. Then we have our walking sets, okay? So for teacup exercise, we're here, circle, and come around. And yes, I did that quickly, and I did a couple things that are not correct. One of the things that's not correct is this hand, wherever you're going to put it, should stay parallel to the floor. So it's not doing this. It's more up here in the back or in the front, and this more, no, stays at the same level all the way around. I'm going to go about my nose and my chin, and I'm going to turn around and do this. So we go left and right, feet about shoulder width apart. Left hand comes to the right shoulder, right extends to the front, about nose height, and turn. Yes, lean over. That's why you don't want that hand to be too low unless you're very, very limber or a small child, in which case that could be fun. However, I would not use an actual teacup. You might want to put the plastic cup as a training tool, as otherwise you might be cleaning up some broken teacups. Circle. Yeah, it does get a little fun. And circle. And last time. Bring the left hand to front, both hands center, down on both sides, straighten. Excuse me. One of the things that is, and I mentioned this as we were doing it, one of the things that for me is great fun is once your body has gotten accustomed to whatever that movement is, you now can start to play with it a little bit. All right, you start to look at the dynamic of the movement. You start to look at how it works, how it functions, and it takes on a whole other dimension, right, for what we're doing. So in this particular exercise, right, it's a good example. We get a little bit shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider. I'm going to extend this to the front. I have to pay attention to where my height is, right? As I come around, once I start this, once I've gotten this where I'm comfortable with it, once I know where this is, right? Because it's not here, it's here. So my shoulder has to know where this is, my back needs to know where this is, my arm needs to know where it is, right? All of the pieces that are attached need to be engaged, right? So as I come around, this circle can start to get fun. Because as you notice the dynamic, as you come around, as you start playing with the circle, you start finding out where you can speed up and where you can slow down a little bit, where you can play with the movement a little bit. That, to me, is great fun. All right, so we have our stepping method. Feet about shoulder width apart, hands behind your back. Shift to the left, open the right to 45, transfer the weight to the right. Bring the left through, transfer the weight. Shift back, 45, transfer through, place the foot. And transfer, circle, place it, transfer, shift, transfer again and again. Taiji stepping is very much about how you place your foot and how you get there. That weight transfer is something that we use, and it's important to pay attention to it because it can make the difference in whether or not a particular movement is correct or not. Yeah, I learned where the shelf is. I was this close. All right, so we have this, and as I was talking about this concept, weight transfers, like sand through an hourglass, from one to another in Tai Chi. We don't go over. If I'm working in Shaolin, then my foot is going to wherever it's going, and it's going in a very straight direction. It's going to definitely get there. Okay? With Tai Chi, my foot's going to get there, and it's not going to go in a straight direction, and I'm going to transfer through. That process creates the ability to move very quickly. Wait, I'm going to learn how to do this slow-mo stuff, and it's somehow going to make me able to move fast? It is. Part of how that works is fundamental body mechanics, right? If you have developed your muscles such that there are no kinks, there's no stopping within this slow movement, there's no stopping, that the muscles are all working in harmony with your body to do that movement, you speed it up. It's a side effect of practicing slowly. All right. I'm going to skip our side walking because I got started on that little tirade there. So let's work on our form. This is from Yang style Tai Chi. Feet together, and we'll go through this 3 times. Feet together. Stand straight. Salute. Breathe out, relax, pull up through the crown of the head and transfer the weight to the right. Release the left. Open. Center. Breathe in, arms up. Press down. Shift left, open right. Step through. turn. Right hand reaches out, left hand circles out, step out, single whip. Okay, so a couple of things that we want to look at just a little bit, and we're going to do it again. In the very beginning, over here, shift left to open right. Step through, this ward off, this is pull down. Turn right, left, pull down, right ward up. Okay, so these two moves, fundamentally, same move, different directions. Okay, so the key for this is that weight transfer that I was just talking about. Okay? As I right hand, and I'm here, right hand open, I have an opportunity here to actually use pull down. I have an opportunity here to actually use ward up, and I can use them both together. Alright, so here, open, extend. As this hand reaches out, step through. This hand pulls down, transfer the weight. Not quite that abruptly, but that's the core idea, is as you step through, this goes with the step. Now, I've talked about this before, the outer connections, hands with the feet, elbows with the knees, shoulders with the hips, upper body and lower body. They have to be connected. Right? Let's do this again. Feet together. Pay attention to that weight transfer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. All the weight on the right. Open left. Center. Breathe in. Arms up. Press down. Shift left. Open right. Transfer. Place the foot, transfer the weight through, push with the back leg. Transfer the weight. And turn. Press. And push. Single whip. Raise your hands. White crane spreads its wings. brush knee, Hands Strum The Lute, brush knee, deflect downward, parry, and punch. Shift back, close the door. Turn, crossing hands. Straighten. And close. Salute. With the stepping method, as we go through the form, again, this morning we're going to pay attention to that weight transfer. So as you step, I'm going to go this way, just because it's a little bit more consistent for some things. All right, so I'm here, and I'm going to step through here, right? We just did the same thing on the other side, right? I'm showing this one. All right, as I step here, so I place my heel. It's not place the heel through the foot. Okay? So as I'm pushing through, as I'm transferring the weight, I'm going to push forward with my back leg. I'm going to push back with my front leg. And I'm going to look to grab the ground with my toe. My toe, well, all 5 of them, on this foot. To pull myself up to where my ending position will be. Again, this is some fairly detailed stuff. It is part of Taiji stepping, and it's one of the things that gives us that ability to use what we're doing with Tai Chi. Whether it's in a Tai Chi application or whether it's using it for basic body conditioning and leg strength development. All right, so pay attention to that transfer. Front leg pushes back, back leg pushes front. Grab with the toes and pull. Feet together. Stand straight. Breathe. Salute. All the way to the right leg. Open left. Relax and breathe in. Arms up. Breathe out. Press down. Shift left to open right. Release the left. Place it. Push with the back. Pull with the front. Shift, push, pull, push, and turn. Shift, open, place it, turn. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Close the door. Turn. Left foot closes in. Salute. Okay, so takeaway for today is this idea of push-pull. Back leg pushes forward, front leg pushes back, front leg grabs and pulls in. There's a lot of dynamic going on there. It doesn't look like there's anything happening, but there's really a lot going on. All right, so that's why I call it an internal art. All right? Sorry. It's a good day. Thank you. All right, so back foot, push forward. Front foot pushes back, it resists, and it pulls. Grab and pull. All right? And you can feel it when you do it. If you grab the ground with you, grab the carpet, whatever you got under, you grab it with your toes and pull yourself to your foot with your leg. Use your foot to pull yourself to. All right. You can feel it. That's what we want. You have to have the push back on the front leg to create the resistance that we need to create a solid stance. I haven't talked a lot about rooting yet. I've mentioned it, but it's a core concept in all of Tai Chi, is developing that root, which is the ability to stand. That's your stance that says, I'm not wobbly, I'm not having trouble with this particular posture, everything's good, I've got my feet placed where they should be, legs are good, body, everything's good. This, and being able to sink into your root is another concept that we really need in Tai Chi. If your foot placement isn't any good, then it's not going to happen. So placement needs to be correct. If your transfer of weight is not fluid and continuous, you can't keep your root. At least not in your feet. You have to put it someplace else. I wouldn't do that too, but that's that's for the advanced class, okay? Let's just talk about feet for today. All right. So I appreciate you being here today. Let's do one more little exercise. Let's do this. Raise the hands. Left side, right side. I'll face you. Feet about shoulder width apart. Raise the hands. And down. Pay attention to the legs. Transfer the weight. Open the right. Looking at the legs, paying attention to the legs. Transfer the weight to the right and release the left and place the heel. Now right pushes forward, left pushes back, and I'm looking for the floor. My toes are looking for the floor. Grab and push, pull, push. Do it again. Other side. And turn. Shift. Bring the right leg through. Place it. Push with the left. Push back with the right. Grab the floor and pull, push, pull. Yeah? All right, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here today. I will see y'all tomorrow and we'll do it again.